followers, it's been absolutely ages since I did any films. I think the last time I did any was when my little boy was literally just home from the hospital when he was newborn, and he's now 17 months, so I do apologise. Lots gone on since then. I've changed jobs and started working for myself, and we've moved house, so I've been really busy and not had the time to do any, and I've really neglected the dogs as well, quite honestly. But now I seem to be getting a little bit of time, so I'm, as a kick up the bum to myself, going to start filming again if I can, and start working on a bit more training with the dogs. So the way it's gone the past year and a bit is we had a dog walker who would come in and walk the dogs once a day, and I was rarely at home, didn't really do any training with the dogs or any backing up of the existing training, and I'd just walk the dogs in the morning. It's pitch black in the morning, so I can't really see them, didn't really have time to concentrate on anything, and basically just took them out for a walk and to plus-8 the missus more than anything else. However, hopefully I've got some more time now, so I'm going to put a bit of a change in and go back to the training. So all I'm going to do to start with is I'm just going to film what I do. I'm just going to use the food as usual and go over everything that I've done in the previous videos, bit by bit, little and often, and reinforce it back into the dogs. Some of it I do on walks anyway, so like sort of heeling off lead. Recall, that's got a bit messy. I've just when I've recalled the dogs recently, it's just been to get them back to me, to keep them with me, rather than to recall them to sit in front of me. So I'm going to reinforce that again, and I'm just going to go over everything that we've already done in the previous videos. I'm going to put it back in these dogs' minds that when Dad says or does this, this is what I've got to do. So it's not going to be anything spectacular. You're just going to see me doing it over and over and over again. But I thought I'd film it because it's useful for some of you guys that have trained your dog to do X, Y or Z, and then that training seems to have fallen away by the wayside. It's exactly what's happened here. So it might be good for you guys, might be a realisation for you guys that you might have done the same or similar, and kick you up the bum to pull it back as well. Where we are now, we've got quite a bit of land around us, and we've got all different environments. We've got gravel, grass, block paving, tarmac, woods, and then if I go out and take the dogs for a walk and maybe film some videos outside, there's plenty of pheasants for them to flush, and quite a few times Dolly's scented some deer and chased them away. So there's plenty for us to go at in these videos, and hopefully we'll make something quite interesting and worth watching for you guys. So what I'll do now is I'll tag on to the end of this just little bits and bobs, and then hopefully we'll see some progress. Bits and bobs of the training that I'm going to do, starting with just outside on the block paving, teaching the dogs again to come to me, to sit, to wait, to heel, to I don't know, start the hunt. I'll start casting them maybe, and then we'll go, once we've got that drummed into them, we'll go away from that environment and we'll go onto something with a few more scents. So maybe onto the short grass, then onto some longer grass, then onto into the woods, and we'll build on everything. We'll reinforce everything in different environments with more distractions, so that the dog knows no matter what distractions are around, when Dad says stop, I stop. When Dad says sit, I sit. If I'm chasing a squirrel, if my dad says come here, I've got to leave the squirrel and come here. So we're going to start with that in the kitchen, on the block paving, in the grass, then in the woods. We're not going to go straight out into the woods, we'll straight and do it on a walk. You know the score, I've rabbited on about it enough in all the other videos. It's just consistency. Remember the 4 Ps? What you promote, what you practice, you promote. What you promote becomes a pattern, and patterns become permanent. And we wanted our dogs to learn permanent behaviours. They've learned them, and then through my slacking with the 4 Ps, they've learned different permanent behaviours. So when I blew the whistle, it didn't mean come and sit in front of me. And over time, I've slacked, and they've learned then that whistle just means come back to me. So now we're going to go back and reinforce a few things and change the 4 Ps. So I'm going to practice something different, and which that will then become a permanent pattern for the dog. So that's it.
Good girl. Is it good girl? Friend, come. Good girl. Good girl. Heel. 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 Good heel. Sit. Sit. Leave it. Leave it. Heel. Good heel. Good heel. Heel. Good girl. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. He's a good girl. 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 Here's me girl. Here's a good girl. There you go. What you girl? What you girl there? What's this? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Here's a good girl. Here's a good girl. Here's a good girl. Oh, you got.
Dolly, come.
Good girl. Yep.
Sit. 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 Come.
Good girl. You.
Dolly, sit. So as you can see from those few clips there, quite a bit of the dog's behaviour has slipped, and well, it's our behaviour that slipped, and let the dogs do what they want to do. So we're going to go back to square one with a lot of stuff, and I'm just going to film it over the next days and weeks, step by step. What I'm going to do is have in mind my final outcome of the behaviour I want, and I'm going to work towards that in increments. I'm going to start with the way the dogs came out of the cage and the way the dogs go through doorways, because I think that's unacceptable, and they need to learn that they wait until they're told what to do. So I'm just going to work on that over and over and over in the house, and then the rest of it will be mainly during meal times. I'll just take them outside and I'll just do recall, some retrieves, some casting, some obedience where they heel or where they sit and wait, and just the basics. And I'm just going to drill it into them over and over again with my standards, not their standards. And hopefully over the next few videos you'll see quite a bit of progress. Thank you for watching me and Fern. Please give us a subscribe, a like, a share, and comment below with anything you've got for us.